Can you hear me well enough? We're talking, guess what, about carnivore. And it's, what is it? It's Monday night, the 16th, almost 6 o'clock. Welcome. I'm going to be cooking my usual and customary Snake River Farms steak. And it's usual and customary, right? How's everyone doing? Loud and clear. Good. I actually logged on to YouTube and Facebook, both on CNY Fertility and also on Dr. Kiltz. And I'm on Dr. Kiltz on Instagram. And I'm here to answer questions about keto, about carnivore, about health and wellness, both for fertility and beyond. And, you know, I've been keto, and carnivore is keto. I personally have been carnivore for so long. Hey, Karen, how you doing? Steak and salmon, how are you doing? Leo Lane Beauty and Miro Slavapov, hi, how are you doing? Great day today, rainy and windy. And I even have the fire on tonight because it actually got cold, which is a little crazy. Let's see. The shirt, my husband wants one. You know, I don't know, but we're going to be making some carnivore for conception and beyond. And look at, for all humans, this is the proper human diet. This is Ken Berry's PhD. I'll give Ken, Dr. Berry. Check out Dr. Berry. Great stuff. And it's amazing. I'm learning every single day. When you're pregnant, keto, carnivore is critical because plants make poisons to kill us and our babies. And it's really hard to believe you're getting inundated with the wrong science, in my opinion, meaning that all the experts at the Mayo Clinic and beyond are confusing us that a plant-based diet is good for us. Plants make the phytochemicals, the plant antigens. They make estrogen, progesterone, cyanide, arsenic, tobacco, heroin, cocaine, marijuana. All those things actually are harmful for us. But it took me a while to figure it out. My sister Mary Ann died at 52 from diabetes since age 4. My best friend Dave died of cancer at 52, but he was healthy and well. So he died soon after a diagnosis of cancer, but no one could figure out why. And recently, Sarah Hallberg died at 50, healthy. Listen, because you're skinny and look healthy doesn't mean you're healthy. By the way, your weight doesn't matter. What matters is what you have inside the bowels. Most people are putting what in their bowels? They're putting plants which ferment and damage every nook and cranny of our body, which is really crazy, really crazy. Let's see, Joleanne, how are you doing? It's great talking to people. I've been getting to my phone and my text messages as best as I can in the day. I was supposed to do surgery today, but it got postponed till tomorrow. So I'm going to be in and out of surgery tomorrow. Josh Lee, how you doing? Now, I'll show you a little bit some of the things that I love to eat. And I probably showed this again yesterday, but for me, the Snake River Farms ribeye steak, and this is just part of the ribeye steak. And what I do is I cut this up and I put it back in the freezer in those smaller bite sizes that make it easier for me to keep it going. Proper human lifestyle. I love that one, by the way. And that's, look at the proper human lifestyle is to slow it down, get off the treadmill. One meal a day is like the very best, the most amazing thing I've ever done, by the way. It's a game changer. And when I learned this over 10 years ago and did it, my bowel bleeding, arthritis, psoriasis, and kidney stones all gone. Let's see, Zeta, vegetarian for years, so I've been doing it wrong. You know, look at our choice of food is based on our social, cultural experiences. over 10,000 years ago, we were carnivores, go back 3 million years. But because likely the large animals became difficult to get and fewer in numbers because of either climate changes or humans killing them all, or too many of them, we started eating plants. And probably when you can't find the food, right? When you can't find it, you're going to eat anything. And what I learned is that vegetables, fruit, fiber, seeds, and nuts are deadly for the human diet. And even though, right, it seems like the right thing, but all the diseases in medicine are going up. The drug costs, healthcare costs, the difficulties we're all suffering from, including my best friend dying, my sister dying at young age, Sarah Hallberg dying recently. And I know that I suffered. And when I went carnivore, it cured it all. It all went away. So this is the amazing thing. But if you're a vegetarian, it's eggs, butter, cream, cheese, one meal a day, add the fat. That's better. But these ideas are really, really crazy. And we're learning as we're going. But modern medicine, in my opinion, is failing us. And I'm part of, right? I'm part of modern medicine, right? And so, what we're learning to do is do it differently. And this is community-sourced healthcare. Community-sourced healthcare. Remember, we need to take control of healthcare. We read all the scientific studies by Mayo Clinic, Cleveland Clinic, all over the place in this globe. But remember, if we believe plants are good for us, because that's what they say, and yet we're all getting sicker. And when I went carnivore and stopped eating plants and everything got better, that's when I realized something was up. And what I realized, and I'll lean over to get a book, because I love to read the science that most of us don't know anything about. And this is Essentials of Glycobiology. Our body requires glycans, but it makes them. We are only required to eat, if I can get this, protein, fat. That is it. And what I'm going to do today, I'm cooking this guy up under the broiler. I'm going to add some, and I just stick it deep under the broiler there. I'm going to add some butter to it, and I'm going to throw an egg in on it. And, look at bake the baby's way: bacon, eggs, butter, beef, ice cream, and salt. Now, for me, my 1 meal a day meal is basically steak, egg, and butter. That is it. And it's a game changer, right? Let's see if I can get this done right. Is I crack it first in the cup, and then I'm going to pour it right into the fat in the pan. I don't measure calories, but look at, I eat my 1 meal a day. My weight is stable, and I don't exercise of any significance or frequency. We are duped by 3 meals a day, and then they say, well, go on a diet, but eat 3 to 4 to 6 meals a day, and then go to the gym and eat salad. Salad is deadly for humans. I call it nature's toilet paper. It's really kind of crazy, but it changed everything in my life when I eliminated all that other stuff. Complained since we struggled for years, but everything I eat makes me very sick, even water. I'm losing weight. This will affect my baby. It is eggs and cream and butter and meat. This is the most healthy thing that any human being can eat. I know. They say that eating vegetables is good for us. Yet vegetables contain lectins, oxalates, phytates. They contain all sugar, by the way. Remember, fruit, fiber, vegetables, seeds, and nuts. Somehow I had this at home, but I'm not eating it. This is a carbohydrate. It's all sugar. It's craziness. And listen, Nature's toilet paper making paper create that. Like, I'm sorry, like when I went carnivore, like you have one bowel movement a week or two max, and it's easy and clean, no blood, no pain. But before, when I was a standard eater, it was bad. Saturated fat does not clog arteries. Vegetables and seed oils are deadly. And by the way, the cause of blocking arteries is simply sugar causes damage to the glycobiome. Let me get these papers. You guys are very patient with me today. Thank you. And I brought this out the other day, but it's all about the glycobiome. Begin to look it up and read about it. The layer that protects all of our cells, including the vessels, is damaged due to plant-based diet, by the way. Cholesterol is what our cells are made of. That is 100% correct. All right, let's see if I'm going to. Now, I love to put it right under the broiler, and I catch the fat, a quick on each side, and then I'll throw the egg in there, and it takes just about 2 minutes to cook. I'll throw some butter on it right when it's done. How to detox PUFAs. Listen, I don't eat any plant oils. I think all plant oils are deadly. I stay away from them. Let's see. And I don't, we're going to be getting the shirts in, by the way. Kiltz is, I throw keto in there because it's still a word, but carnivore is the key for all of us. I rarely drink, Andrea. I personally do a little bit of a martini, maybe once a month or twice a month. I work to stay away from drinking alcohol of any frequency or significance, and I mostly just, I simply sip it at most. All right. Right in the oil is the best way to cook this egg. And you don't have to do very much. Again, right in the egg. I can't tip it too much because you know it's going to end up all over the place. And then a little bit of butter. I put some blue cheese on it also, by the way. Let's see, how important are cytokines and NK cells for transfer? I don't typically measure them because I know they're there. And that's why all the things that we're treating are reducing the inflammation from that are shown up in the cytokines, by the way. My new one is burgers and butter instead of bread and butter. That's really a game changer, by the way. All right. Now, you're not going to see all of this clearly, unfortunately. One of the things that I love to do is I always save the fat if I don't burn myself. And I often will pour the fat. All right, what do you guys think? Does it look pretty good? Now, I'll pour the fat a little bit right over the butter, not too much, because if I turn this too much, you know it's going to leak right out the bottom. But again, Snake River, it's the ribeye. I cut the bone with the meat and leave a lot, an egg, and always a little bit of salt. And, you know, that's the very best dinner of my one meal. Now, look at, if you're losing weight, add more fat, add more butter. If you're getting overweight, cut down on the amount. That's why I do one meal, one snack. It's amazing. How are you doing, Dr. K? The boys, this is 6 months now. Awesome, Sherlyn. I'm doing fantastic, by the way. Or dehydrated steak bites. I haven't done dehydrated steak bites, but I have done, we dehydrate liver and organ meats we sell through Nutritional Solutions. I think for those that don't want to eat liver, I do duck liver. I love it. 3 embryos, but immune doc says cytokines are hard. Look at, go to IVIG, intralipids, Neupogen, look at higher dose steroids. But number one, listen, you got to go carnivore. Carnivore is the perfect human diet. It's the pregnant human diet. And keto and carnivore and fasting is for all aspects of life, except when you're suckling in your mother's breast as a baby and an infant. That's the whole hard part that people don't understand, is that we are meant to be carnivores. And I believe any significance or frequency or regularity of a plant is deadly for us. Parminder, coffee is a plant product. Okay, it's not good for us, but we find studies that say, let's see, you live longer, less depression, anxiety. I mean, I do, but I add a bunch of butter. But again, any significant amount or frequency likely is not good for us. All right. Now, I typically cook this blue. I'm not sure if it got to the blue stage, but what do you think? Does that look pretty good? Right? And this is my daily meal. It's pretty boring, isn't it? But I've always said boring is the best way to a baby. And cut a little egg on it. And steak and eggs are like, if I can get it on all at once, that's the very best, right? Steak and eggs. Every single day, right? Winter, I'm awesome. Thank you very much. There's no such thing as anything but fat that comes from an animal. Everything else in oil. And by the way, an avocado is a fruit. Nuts and seeds are nuts and seeds. They're not fat. They contain toxic chemicals that the modern industrial world has produced for you and I that is deadly. Deadly. I'm sorry. The current human diet that you and I have been taught to eat, 3 to 6 plant-based meals a day, is like this. I've always been told by my mother-in-law I need to increase my fruits and veggies in order to be breastfed. No, breastfeed. See, the glycobiome lines your breast cells inside. When you eat fruits and vegetables, you create a high sugar environment that essentially damages the glycobiome. The cause of all of our diseases is a fruit, fiber, vegetable, seeds, and nut diet and a low to no animal fat diet. And that is the crazy, most amazing thing I've ever done. Eat good, hello, samples 360, mushroom coffee. Seaweed, mushroom coffee. All of these things are other materials that, but mushrooms, by the way, they're not a plant and they're not an animal. Like anything else, a small amount from time to time, a little bit of coffee from time to time, probably okay. But I have to look that one up, Andra, for sure. LDL, high LDL for being carnivore dangerous. Look at Alfred Sauce. The science of measuring cholesterol and all the LDL, VLDL, HDL, and it's actually manufactured by a science created because they thought fat was the cause of disease. So what if all of it is false? Again, the cause of disease is sugar and the compounds that come from plants, not from fatty meat. Because no one that eats any significant amount of fat in their human diet. They eat lots of carbs, lots of vegetables, and they eat lean meat if they eat meat. And remember, chicken, turkey, burgers where you cook in the pan, all the fat goes away. And look at, I saved the fat. I poured back on the steak. That is critical to this whole crazy endeavor. Isn't it amazing how we've been led to eat a diet that actually causes all of our diseases? Why did my sister get diabetes at age 4? Cereals, breads, pasta, vegetables, I'm sure, because the lectins, oxalates, and phytates likely they damage the protective layer of the bowels, they get into the bloodstream, and then they're deposited everywhere. The pancreas, the thyroid are very sensitive organs, along with the uterus and the testicles, which damages the sperm and the eggs, and it also damages the uterus and everything else. Goat meat. Etoro, I have not tried goat meat, but I will. Where can you get some good goat meat? Finding fresh, organic, free range, locally sourced. That's where we want to move this mystery of health and wellness, right? We're talking about health and wellness today. I'm a fertility physician. I've been practicing medicine for over 30 years. I first went into internal medicine, but I realized I was only writing prescriptions for all the deadly diseases that we didn't know how to cure. We just took care of them when you showed up with the problem. And no science has actually shown that preventive medicine works. But what we have shown is that the current paradigm of a high plant-based, low animal fat diet is killing us. And when I saw Sarah Hallberg had passed of lung cancer, and she was healthy and exercised and do all those things, God rest her soul, my best to the family and everyone in prayers. But it is now time we are honest with all of our patients. We're not here to profit. We're here to help create healthy human beings. So all of us doctors that became doctors because we wanted to help people, I have found that we're hurting more and more people due to our incorrect medical advice, which is sad to me. The food pyramid is a lie. It's like this, right? And what we're all learning together, but through keto carnivore bloggers, which is community sourced healthcare. And again, I suffered from all the problems, and I had patients getting pregnant, and they were getting pregnant on a paleo diet. And I was like, what's paleo? Then what's keto? I already knew what Atkins was. But when I went carnivore and the world changed, oh my God, amazing. Daisy, rendered fat. Yes. Listen, I always save the fat. And fat is fertile and fit. If you're fat, you are fertile and fit. But you keep on filling your bowels with fermenting plants. And the plants contain deadly fiber. They contain deadly phytochemicals, deadly antigens, deadly bacteria, yeast, and other microbes that ferment in here. And since you're filling the bucket 3 to 6 times a day, right? It's your bowels are always full of damaging compounds. That's why 1 meal a day, and cook the carbs well if you insist on eating plants. But number 1, add the fat. And if you're vegetarian, it's cream, butter, cheese, and don't forget the eggs. This is a crazy game changer. And I eat, now look at, that's a piece of fat. You must eat the fat to properly reduce the inflammation and protect the glycobiome, not the microbiome, the glycobiome. Wisdom knows. How are you? Hmm. 20 chews? I don't think I can do that. Faulty scan results. I can't eat fat. Yuck. Well, you could look at all the medical treatments and the terrible challenging things we do, and we do them. But if eating fat got you fertile and fit, and remember, when you're pregnant, keto carnivore 1 meal a day is critical. It's critical, critical, critical. Life is a challenge for everyone. But what I've learned is that we in medicine are telling people that fat is bad. Since before we're born and once we're born, we've been told that being fat, eating fat, all fat is deadly. My friends, this is the health food. And if you want to do like an eggnog, cream, eggs, blend it up. You want it in the morning, great. All the fake food, don't touch it. Do not touch it. Hey, Mandy, how you doing? If you want to lose weight, carnivore is kick-ass. But remember, the fat you carry is not the cause of disease at all. And when they start doing an incision to make your stomach smaller, they still put you on a diet. So it's your diet that changes. But if you do carnivore, you become the lioness and the lions. We begin to take over the master class rather than staying meek in the masses, because we eat fruits and vegetables, seeds and nuts, which ultimately are, guess what? Deadly. Deadly. And we're all learning. Hello from Norway, Caroline Savkarbo. I apologize. Let's see. We are learning every day. And again, whether you're a vegan, vegetarian, Mediterranean, paleotarian, pescatarian, ketarian, or carnivorian, we're all part of the village and the family. You may not be ready to make this change yet, but don't you want to learn why eating eggs, bacon, eggs, butter, beef, intermittently feasting, and salt is like the masterclass meal? Masterclass meal is meat. That is it. Raw, unpasteurized dairy, where I live in Australia, unfortunately. Yeah, looking for a good quality source. I don't know whether it's unpasteurized, but you'll at least good quality butter and cream. I do in my my magazine, Dr. Kiltz's Keto Lifestyle, which is coming out with the carnivore lifestyle soon, which is basically the healthiest thing you can ever do. There's my ice cream recipe, which is cream, eggs. You can even add some chunks of sweet butter with salt, as it goes to the end of it, kind of like you might add cookie dough. And if you want a little bit of cane sugar, but it's only once a day, once in a while, that's really the key. And if you're worried about being addicted, step back, don't touch it. That's really the key to all this. And I drink sparkling water. My favorite sparkling water. This is my favorite sparkling water with minerals in it, right? Naturally sparkling and minerals. Sarah, Legally Blonde, how are you doing? Lindy, a pleasure. Nuts are deadly. Mercy, nuts are deadly. And, we should all remember what we all want to do is this is community crowdsourced health and wellness ideas. So each and every one of us should be connecting and following all of us, because there's not any one of us that has a patent on healthcare information. The more you share about all healthcare information, the better for everyone. And we're, again, community, tribal, village. That's really it. I did a pretty strict carnivore diet and still am with lots of protein up retrieval today. Protein up to my retrieval today. 45 eggs retrieved, feel just fine. Believe it helped me with IOHSS. Listen, you are right. But remember, carnivore is a high fat diet. Now, if you're gaining too much weight on only a carnivore high-fat diet. Okay, lower the fat, but lower the volume. Look at this is only, and I'm going to show this to you. So again, this is only the small part of the steak. And this is it for the night. And that's all I've had for the day. I will occasionally have a bite or two of salami, very limited. And I do get a chance to have a little bit of coffee with butter. I like the butter because, again, it's the butter helps reduce the inflammation in the gut. You need to eat the butter, which is really key to this. And remember, keto and paleo are high-fat diets. I hate the word diet. Nutritional solutions, which is optimally sourced for carnivores, right? Start carnivore. Melissa Rodriguez. How to start it? Well, go to the market, buy meat, order it up. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, cream. I buy a little bit. I occasionally love to put a little blue cheese also on my steak. It really, really, really is good. You know, chicken, fish. I'm not a fish fan. I think it's contaminated. I do a lot of oysters from time to time. Also lobster dipped in all butter. Pour the butter right over the steak. That is so amazing. I'm a sea salt, Malden salt person. That's where I think it's the very, very, very best. But look at, go to my website, drkiltz.com, download some of our recipe book with Maria Emmerich and myself on keto cooking for fertility. But look at Bella Steak and Butter Gal, the team, coaches. It's a village we're all joining, and we're creating an amazing, amazing, amazing village that we all have to keep sharing. What are you doing? What are you doing? We're working at a new platform coming up sometime this few months, which is really going to incorporate all of this together in one locale to help more and more. Butter, my old school OBGYN told me years ago about carnivore. I blew it off until last month or so. Now I see what it all means. Yeah, listen, this carnivore for conception and beyond. It's kind of like Buzz Lightyear. We're going everywhere and anywhere with this concept and idea. But, you know, it's like breakfast. If you eat breakfast, you get tired. Then you want to eat snack and lunch. Why, if you go to one meal a day, you're satiated with just a small amount. This is rocking. I'll tell you, Snake River Farms. You go online. We're going to be putting a link here. But if you've got some other local sources or other sources that you think would be really helpful for everyone, put it out there. It's hard not to eat food when it's in front of you, wouldn't you say? I mean, This happens to be Wegmans. What do they call it? Butter Boy. But Kerrygold, I love Pittsford Farms in Rochester, New York. They're amazing. Love it. Victoria, how are you doing? Yeah, listen, what we want to do is this is community sourced health and wellness. We're working on adding other practitioners to this tribe to help us learn how to be more fertile in life, right? It's not just about the food. It's about faith and energy and ideas and creativity. I used to love to cook Italian and Mexican and love Julia Child. Oh my God, Julia. If you haven't seen the HBO series with Julia recently, she was given an interview and it was how to make a man happy. Flatter him, feed him, and you know what? But all of us together, whether you're in a same sex, opposite sex, single sex relationship, food is the energy. Now, do I love my food? Do I eat the same thing all the time? Pretty much. I still love it. There can be nothing better than an amazing ribeye steak with butter, a black and blue, and an egg on it. So I recommend it for everyone. Let's see. Quality, high numbers is usually a sign of PCOS. The quality, not quantity. And when you do carnivore keto, PCOS goes away, metabolic syndrome. And remember, our metabolism is not damaged, by the way. The glycobiome is damaged. The glycobiome now allows the microbiome to enter in and damage the rest of your body. Your body metabolizes the way it's meant to. Amino acids and simple sugars go to the liver and become fat. Simple. Fat goes to the lymphatics through the thoracic duct and is deposited everywhere because it's what you need. Facebook user, hello, Parminder, can you do a video conference to see the people? How much fee, please? To see the people. We are going to be doing a video conference and even doing something with financial. Remember, affordability, quality, access is really key. What's your opinion on carnivore keto greatly affecting hormones? So carnivore keto makes your hormones the very best. Your hormones are made in glands. The glands of your body have a cellular layer and a glycocalyx. The glycocalyx is the sugar coating of every cell of your body. The sugar layer is damaged when you consume lots of sugar. Because the bowels are full of digesting plants, since the day you're born to the day you die, you have an excessive amount of sugar in your body. And insulin resistance doesn't exist. It's not true. And sugar is not the energy for our cells ever. But it's a hard one to believe because, once the science is believed, it just keeps on going down and down and down, and we keep on believing it, and we won't change. So more and more, as a physician, I'm 66. I haven't exercised significantly in 10 years. I've been a carnivore for over 10 years. Prior to that was keto. Prior to that, paleo, and this changed everything in my life. That eating bacon, eggs, butter, beef, occasionally kiltz ice cream makes you feel the very best. And all the diseases that are caused by plants are actually resolved and go away because it's not a disease. You simply are suffering a side effect of the food you eat, which damages different organs, which we in medicine sort of label as different diseases. They're not. I have a nutritionist trying to convince me it's messing up my hormones, hypothyroidism, but I feel so good. No, keep at it. Remember, if you damage your thyroid, it may not come back completely, but it takes time. And listen, this and eggs is like rockin' amazing. And, are they lying to us about plants? Well, remember, nutritionists are trained by the nutrition industry, which is fueled by the food industry, which is ultimately controlled by the government, but the masters with the money. Now, again, we're not saying this is like a conspiracy, but, why is it we're not hearing about carnivore, but it's been around a long time? Millions of years, by the way, human beings were carnivores, right? And then we couldn't find the big cows to kill. And so we said, okay, let's eat the grass and grains. And then it made us high, and we started smoking it, and drinking it, injecting it. But we love to eat it because it makes us high, because plants contain phytochemicals, plant antigens that control us. And fiber is so deadly for the human being that you should never touch it ever. Deadly, deadly, deadly. Now remember, of any frequency or significance, a little bit from time to time, okay. Richie, DJ Warwick, hello. Rosita, how are you? Brandy, meat. Meat makes mommies, men, and masters. And again, Crazy Kiltz has almost got that. They even reported me to the state that I should not talk about this and the medical school. But What's my job? I'm a medical doctor that has learned information to teach myself and all of us how to be healthier and healthier and healthier every day. Some kind of a chocolate, not fan of ice cream. Listen, chocolate, you've got to reward yourself and treat yourself from time to time. This is not meant to be a never do it, never touch that other stuff. I do from time to time. Listen, rewards in life, but you reward every day. That's an addict, right? But is eating steak and eggs and butter suffering? Well, just chain me up and beat me every day because I'll go for that one. This is the most amazing shit you'll ever learn. And your shit doesn't smell. It only comes once or twice a week. You almost need no toilet paper. It's crazy. Vegetables cause cancer. Vegetables, fruit, and fiber, seeds, and nuts cause cancer. I'm sorry. If you go carnivore, game change, one meal a day, amazing. And I've learned some things that 99% of the docs, even in carnivore and keto, don't know anything about the glycobiome. They've never heard of it. But this is the game changer. All these surface sugars, by the way, glucose is simply another glycan that's responsible for glycosylation. If your proteins cannot glycosylate, you die. You drop dead. You can't talk, you can't see, you can't walk. So glucose is not the energy for our body. It's not the energy for mitochondria. Glucose is just another glycan. And look up glycans and look up glycobiology, and it changes everything. But again, go carnivore. Keto carnivore is the best way. Now, again, you know what a carnivore is. It's a lion. You know what an herbivore, it's a sheep. And you know what an omnivore, it's a pig. So pick one that you want to be in life. And it's simple. We're teaching each other all right. All right. Can you guys hear me now? Somehow it muted. Can you guys hear me now? Good there. Are we good? Okay, good. Eleanor, Jennifer. All right, awesome. Technology. This is a mighty amazing stuff. We're able to talk to people in Norway and Australia, in Canada, in Asia, China, Japan, all over the world. My one meal a day. It is simple. It's steak and the egg, butter, and that's pretty much it. I don't eat that much of my steak. Is that not an amazing steak? Snake River Farms. But I will take about that much of it, right? That's it. About this much is my meal for the day because remember, fat contains twice the calories. And I say keto carnivore. Listen, I'm 66. You'll be talking to Kiltz at 106, and he'll still be a keto carnivore for life. they start feeding us mush, we become meek and part of the masses. Remember, we are rock solid, the lionesses and the lions, the eagles. We are not the pigs, cows, and sheep, but they are telling us to eat mush, vegetables, fruit, fiber, seeds, and nuts. It's amazing. And the more I've learned, look at, is there a conspiracy? I don't know. You figure it out. I'm not here to blame anyone on this, but now I know that the one meal a day, recovering from amenorrhea. Listen, if you eat more fat, you do one meal a day. It's kiltz's keto carnivore for life, for conception, for adolescence, for the elderly, right? I'm getting younger every day, and so are you. We've got some more guests we're going to be inviting. We should probably have a studio, do more cooking. But the problem is that what is Kiltz going to cook tomorrow? Steak. The next day, steak. The next day, steak. All right. I will do some lobster from time to time. But every day, in every way, it's steak. Black and blue is the best. Salt, no pepper, no spices. If you get hungry, I save some in the refrigerator and I cut it up and I eat the next day. If I get a little, by the way, when you do carnivore, you can brush your teeth with water and a toothbrush. And remember, it's the plants that damage the glycobiome of the teeth, which cause gum disease. I suffered forever doing that. Keto carnivore mama. Listen, remember, meat makes mommies, men, and makes us all the masters. We have to take back our health and wellness. Take back the knowledge. You don't have to pay to go to college, to go to medical school, to get in the proper university that they're going to teach you right. Nowadays, you own it. You're responsible for your health and wellness. And I say it's what you put in the mind and the mouth that matters to the Ferrari. Remember, we're all the Ferraris. That's why this is nuts. Let's see. I apologize. Tony and Mary Osborne, hello. Jay Tinder, how are you doing? Ice cream is table sugar, not bad for us. Okay. So a little bit of simple sugar from time to time, I think is okay. That's why occasionally I'll do a little bit of chocolate. I will occasionally have a little bit of a cake or cookie or ice cream. But every day, no way. From time to time, simple sugar is better for you than ever using complex vegetables and carbs, which are effing us up. I'm sorry. Look at Paul Saladino, Anthony Chafee, Ken Berry, Sean Baker, Judy Cho, Austin Cavelli, Kelly Hogan. I mean, they're just infinite people. I need my list out. Bella, my sweet Bella, and the whole Bella gang. They let me into the gang, which is quite amazing. But I love sharing thoughts and ideas on keto carnivore. Metabolically healthy, there's a good word, but I bet it's the glycobiome. And the glycocalyx is really the buzzword that you're going to have to know more about. And we're going to talk more about why the glycocalyx is critical. Everyday Lori, yes, we love bean fishing. Follow Ken and Nisha Berry. Follow Maria and Craig Emmerich. The more we follow this, the better. I don't buy ice cream at the grocery store. I make it always. It's cream and egg, a little bit of vanilla, beans. Don't use the extract. You could not use the beans, by the way, but still cream, an egg, and a little bit of salt in an ice cream maker is still a home run. And, if you want to just take a little bit of cane sugar and sprinkle it, it's a minimal amount from time to time. But remember, if you're the addict that you say, oh man, I can't touch that, don't touch it. But, this idea that somehow an alcoholic is always an alcoholic, okay. But we're alive human beings. And occasionally eating a cake or cookie or ice cream in a party. And do I ever eat a French fry? Yes. But simple sugars from time to time, I think, are all right. Electrolytes for Keto Flu. This is all you need. Look at, like you're withdrawing. Withdrawal takes time. But yes, a little bit of mineral water with some electrolytes are good, by the way, for sure. We have a nutritional solution, supplements, which are liver and beef organs. But what's the best way to get all your supplements? I mean, what supplements do you need besides this? Nothing. And so, this idea that we're deficient. Well, the reason we're all deficient is because plants chelate. Inside our bodies, plants are robbing us of all our minerals and vitamins. That is it. It's a glass bottle. This is glass. I agree with you. Glass bottles are better. And this is the one I really love. And, really, okay, I'm addicted to this, but we drink too much water. Less water. Less is best of everything. Isn't it? Like less. When the brain, they teach us 3 to 6 meals a day keeps your metabolism going. Okay, so now we're brainwashed to eat 3 to 6 meals a day. Okay, then we get overweight and they say, oh, you have to eat less and exercise more. Okay, now they give me 6 meals of little lettuce. Lettuce converts to sugar. Plus, lettuce is nature's toilet paper, and lettuce and salads are deadly. Voss water, I'll have to try that out. Hydration listen, that's correct. We get our hydration from actually fat. Fat contains more water. Why do you think a camel has a fatty hump on its back? It's because that's where it stores its water from, for sure. Alexis, how are you doing? It's me, Gil. How you doing? Thanks for joining me every day, Lori. Fatty meat. It's fatty meat. Listen, skinny is deadly in a famine. Don't try to be skinny because it's wrong. We're spending all of our money to eat all this food, and then they say you better be skinny. But why don't they just say eat 1 meal a day or less? Amazing. That's kind of the craziness. By the way, I'm following your diet recommendation. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, by the way. Listen, whatever age you are in life, if you're not of the age that sucks a breast, you should be doing this diet. This is the diet for everyone. Dogs and cats are fed grass and grains. They're deadly for an obligate carnivore. And we're like, we don't know why they're all sick. Well, why did my friend Dave and why did Sarah Hallberg get cancer? Plants are the predators. And the complication of all this is simple. Insulin is not the trouble. It's sugar and it's glucose and all the other glycans, glycans that we eat. It's never the ones we make. That's the craziness. Is everyone doing well? Keto, carnivore, mama, we're all sharing. We're all connecting together. How to lose weight with this illness eating way. I keep asking about carnivore. Yes, I think carnivore solves hypothyroidism and or prevents it. But might you still need a little bit of thyroid medication? You might lose weight. Look at the thyroid is not the cause of you not losing weight. My belief is we've all been brainwashed to still eat a plant-based diet. And then you see, oh my God, it's my thyroid. It's low. And so my metabolism low. I'm sorry. In order to walk and breathe and move, your body is still burning fat. Fat is the only thing your mitochondria utilizes as the fuel. And remember, fat is the super fuel. Proteins and sugars, amino acids and sugars must be converted in the liver via insulin to fat or you die. Liver failure patients are skinny and have high insulin and high glucose. Type 1 diabetics are skinny because they have no insulin to convert sugar in the liver to fat. The science is wrong, and I'll bet $1 billion on it. Bailey, accepting new patients would be coming from Oklahoma. You are, oh, God bless. Listen, there's so many great docs out there. Listen, you'll know when I'm not accepting new patients when you read the obituary, right? Because I'm going to be doing this till the day I die. There's no other reason to be alive than sharing healthful information for all of us human beings. Remember, no matter how you label yourself or anyone else labels yourself, we are beautiful, amazing human beings. If you look in the mirror, we're the gods. If you haven't read the 3 magic words, and I always say faith first. Thank you, God, Lord, Creator, for the day. It's all about faith and gratitude always. 1 meal a day. I take about 1 to 2 naps. And if I could get a third one in, oh my God, a home run. 10 minutes, that's all you need. So instead of going to the snack room for a snack, go take a restful nap, but it's meditative. I go through my gratitude, I close my eyes, I put the alarm on for 10 minutes. And then at lunch, okay, forget the lunch. Go do a meditative walk. Go simply and easily in life, and then do it later. Be coming from LA. I'm the kid from Silver Lake. Let's see, John Marshall High School, Los Angeles City College, USC, and then I went to UC Davis for medical school, back to LA for some residency and fellowship, and here I am in upstate New York. I'm working on Los Angeles. We're looking on ways to community source building affordable healthcare, because that's what this is. The more we recognize that it is so critical, what we learn to do is 1, meditation and prayer, breath and smile, listen to positive thoughts and ideas. If you haven't listened to The Secret, The Greatest Secret by Rhonda Byrne, I wrote a book called The Fertile Secret, but we're revising it. And again, if you're a vegan or vegetarian or Mediterranean, keto is a high-fat 1 meal a day via kiltz. 1 meal a day, that add the fat. That's the critical part. And if you're a vegetarian, it's cream, butter, eggs. If you're a vegan, it's in coconut milk or fat oil, coconut oil, fat from an animal, oil from a plant. It's all deadly. CL Farrell, thank you very much, Carl. And there's so many conflicting blogs out there, and respect to all of them. But the science of the human body is specific and simple. You can convert carbohydrates into sugar, into fat. You can convert protein, amino acids into fat. And since we don't eat fat, we make a lot of fat in the liver, fatty liver disease, and then it fills remember, the fat on the subcutaneous tissue is really the fat stores for the human body. That's our fuel tank. It's pretty amazing. 3 months, I have lost 30 pounds. I thyroid meds cut in half. Zen Stormy, awesome. This is all quite amazing, these ideas. But look at Kiltz's Keto Lifestyle, Family Building Guide, the Fertile Feast. But we're really come over to the magic of carnivore. If you go carnivore, 1 meal a day, game changed, life is better. But occasionally eat from the plant side, right? Let's see, a little cane sugar in Kiltz's ice cream, maybe a piece of chocolate cake, or a French fry dipped in mayonnaise made out of duck grease, and also sour cream. Again, these ideas are radical. Thanks for joining me, by the way. Question, any updates on Sarasota? I'm coming down to Sarasota this Wednesday, tomorrow night, and I'm checking it out. We're really moving forward. I still think it's going to be like September, but as much as we can do. Jay Dang, hello. PCOS, CoQ10, about 400 to 600 milligrams should be good. But again, if you go carnivore keto, 1 meal a day, game change, game on, love everyone, take care. Let's all connect together so we community and crowdsource health and wellness, especially in the carnivore, keto, and fertility spaces. Take care, everyone. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining me.